guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am doing a sit down video. As you can see by the title, I am going to be talking about my birth and labor story, and you will also officially get to meet my daughter, and I officially introduce you guys to my daughter. It's been about 3 weeks now and I have vlogged, and you guys obviously have seen her, but you haven't really like met her officially. So today I'm going to be talking about my labor story, and you will actually get to meet her at the end of the labor story, so stay tuned for that. So I am here in a different setup. I'm actually in the living room right now, and I thought this would be the perfect time because my daughter is awake and she's actually in her swing right now. So I was like, you know, let me just have her chill in the background while I talk about giving birth to her. Okay, so let's get started with the birth story. So I actually have to start from the beginning, which is the day before I gave birth to her, and that's basically how everything got kick-started. On May 19th, it was a Saturday, I actually had a whole day planned out with Tyrome and some of his friends, and we actually did a whole bunch of stuff. So we actually went to the mall, and then we did a whole bunch of other stuff. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I really do not remember what exactly we did, but I know for sure that we went to the mall because we wanted to get something. And oh no, she's crying. It's okay, mama. We gotta keep her quiet until the end so you guys can meet her, and I'm gonna take her out of the swing. But basically, the night before, which was Saturday, I had a whole day planned out with Tyrome, and we were doing a whole bunch of stuff. We went to the mall. I think we ran a few errands, and then we also went downtown, and we do not live near downtown, guys. Downtown Toronto is so far from our home. It's about 45 minutes to maybe an hour depending on traffic, and we went downtown because we actually made a reservation to go to a sports bar. Obviously I didn't drink, but it was like a sports bar with chicken wings and, you know, bar and grill type of food. And that specific bar we wanted to go to because it has a two-story television, and also they wanted to watch the game. There was a game with the Cavaliers and I think it was Houston, I don't even remember, but they wanted to watch that game, so that's why we made reservations to go there. And we were actually there for a really long time, and we left the house around like 10 a.m. okay, like 10-11 a.m. and we didn't come home until like 12 a.m. in the night. So we were basically out all day long on that Saturday. And then when we got home, I changed into my pajamas per normal. You know, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, did whatever I had to do to prepare for bed. And when I finally climbed into bed to go to sleep, I was getting so much pain in my stomach, but it wasn't like contraction pains. Well, now that I think about it, it obviously was, but to me it just felt like my stomach was hurting, like I needed to use the bathroom, meaning I needed to take a shit. So I was like, okay, let me just go to the bathroom and see if I can relieve the pain, because obviously I didn't expect to be going into labor so early. And let me tell you guys, I went into labor 2 weeks early, so that's obviously why I did not expect it. And so I went to go use a washroom. Here, mama, here, take your bassy, take the bassy. There you go. I didn't expect to be in labor, so obviously I just thought that it was normal pains, like I needed to take a poo. So that's what I did. I went to the washroom and I did take a poo, and doing all the research that I did as a first-time mom, obviously I knew that before labor I would have to clean my system. My body would tell myself to clean my system, and my body would make me go to the washroom and, you know, poo everything out and pee and clean my bowels so I would be ready for labor. And obviously I didn't expect that. You know, 2 weeks early, I didn't expect that at all, because I also did research on, you know, the percentages of when first-time moms actually gave birth, and it would always be either right on time or later. So like I said, didn't expect it at all. So I went to use the washroom. It was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Between 1 to 2 a.m. I went to the bathroom at least 2 or 3 times, and I would go to the bathroom, I would go back into bed, and then I would sleep for a little bit and then wake up again and feel the pain, and then go to the bathroom, you know, release my bowels, and then go back to bed. And I did that a couple times, or a few times. And then finally, the last time I used the washroom, I actually took a nap. I think I took like maybe a 20 or 30 minute nap, and then I woke up obviously feeling pain. Woke up, went to the bathroom, did my poo again, And then I was like, okay, this is done. Like, I'm finally, you know, not feeling any pain. I can go to the bathroom. And Tyrone was like, yo, let's just go to the hospital. Maybe, you know, you're in pain. I'm like, no, I'm fine. You know, like, I just needed to use the bathroom. So the last time I would go to the bathroom, I went to the bathroom and Tyrone was in the washroom actually. I was like, okay, I have to go. Do you need to use the washroom? And he's like, no. So I went to the washroom. I sat down on the toilet. He was in the washroom still. I sat down on the toilet and blood went into the toilet. And I'm pretty sure it was my mucus plug, but I didn't realize that it was my mucus plug because I was wearing a pad at the time. And I looked at the pad, I'm like, there's no blood. But then I sat on the toilet and the blood came out. So it was weird to me. I'm like, how come it didn't go on my pad but it went into the toilet? And Tyrone witnessed it. He saw it too. He was like, wow, there's blood. But I used the washroom per normal, took a shit and wiped, did whatever, went back into bed. I climbed into bed, then Tyrone came into bed and I'm like, oh my god. I felt something in between my legs and guess what? My water broke. So I obviously was in labor and this was about 3 o'clock to 3:15 a.m. and I'm like, oh my god, this is happening. And I already had my stuff prepared. I just needed to put on clothes because I was in my pajamas and I needed to change because I wasn't trying to go to the hospital with wet pajama shorts. So here Tyrone is, he's panicking. He's like, oh my god, like, we gotta go. I'm like, I'm not in pain yet. Let me just wash myself, change my underwear, change my pants and my shirt, put on a bra, and then leave. So I was perfectly fine. We left around like 3:20ish and we lived super close to the hospital. We lived like 5 minutes from the hospital, or like 10 minutes from the hospital, and we got there like 3:30. So we got there. I was still not in pain yet. I didn't have any contractions yet, which was weird. So I checked in and then we went into the assessment room and the lady put all of the machines on me, the wires, to track my contractions and whatnot. And also she put her finger up my vagina to see how far along I was, and I was only 1 to 2 centimeters along. I obviously stayed in the assessment room for a while, not long, but like 20 minutes because they were preparing a room for me to bring me. So then finally I went into the birthing room. You know, I got settled down. I was laying there. As per usual, they would ask me questions, check how far along I am. Okay, mamas, what's wrong? When I moved into the birthing room, they occasionally checked how far along I was, and I think by like 6 o'clock I was already like 5 centimeters dilated, and then about an hour later I was 7 centimeters dilated. So around like 9 o'clock, 8:30 to 9 o'clock, I was ready to push. And let me tell you, it was not easy. First of all, it was not easy at all, especially because I did take an epidural. So around 8:30, 9 o'clock, I was ready to push, and I pushed for like an hour and a half. It was just, you see the baby's head, but the baby just kept going in and out, and you could see her hair, you could see the baby's hair, but she wouldn't come out. So after doing it for like an hour to an hour and a half, the nurse said, okay, let's take a break because, you know, obviously this is your first time, you don't really know what you're doing and it's getting hard for you. I was 10 centimeters dilated by that time, obviously. The lady said, take a nap, you know, we'll come back. So I took a nap. Around like 12, I pushed again. So I came back and I pushed again, and I actually like literally pushed maybe 3 or 4 times, and then finally the baby came out. To me, it was very easy, even though it felt like a really long time span. Okay, she's not in there anymore. I'm actually carrying her right now because she's being fussy. Just to think about it now, it felt like a really long time, but the time actually went by super fast. Like between the hours of 3:30 and 1 o'clock, it felt like a really long time, and that is exactly when I went into labor, about 3:30. So the second time when my OB actually came to help with me pushing, the first time he wasn't there, but the second time I pushed, he was there. So I don't know, it felt like it was so much easier, but she actually came down lower after my nap. Like in the beginning, when I pushed for the first time, she wasn't really close down to my cervix, but after me taking that 1 hour nap or 2 hour nap, she was really low. So I guess because of that, it made it easier for me to push her out. She was born at 1:05 p.m. and before she came out, I only pushed 2 or 3 times, or 4 times, maybe 4 times, I don't even remember. But 2 to 4 times, and then she finally came out, and it was actually really easy. Obviously I didn't feel any pain because I did have an epidural. There's that. So obviously I didn't feel any pain, but the pain afterwards definitely was not good. I did tear, but I didn't feel that either, and I only got 3 stitches and it was perfectly fine. But like I said, the pain afterwards was pretty shitty, and I think I'm gonna make a video on that. I'll probably make like a one day postpartum video and tell you guys all the pains that you will experience, because down there is just too freaking much. But that is my labor story. I feel like it was really quick, and I think it was. I feel like it was one of the easiest things that I've done, and I thought that my labor was going to be bad, but it wasn't. But anyways, and now you guys can meet my daughter, and I will show you guys her here. So this is my daughter. This is my daughter. Her name is Madeline Sarita Howard Avassal. Let me just tell you guys quickly of the name that I chose. I always wanted my daughter's name to be Madeline, whether it was with Tyrome or whoever I ended up with, but I always wanted my daughter's name to be Madeline. And whether it's my first daughter or however many daughters that I have, I knew that one daughter had to have the name Madeline, and here she is. She's so freaking cute. Since I'm filming this video, she's 3 weeks now, and her middle name is actually my boyfriend's dad's only sister. So let's say my father-in-law's only sister, and her name is Sarita. And since that's like his only sister, he has all brothers. He has like 8 brothers, but he has one sister, and he liked the name Sarita, but he also wanted to name her after his dad's only sister. So, you know, I really like the name Sarita, and we actually, you know, compromised, and Tyrone actually liked the name Madeline too. So he's like, okay, her first name should be Madeline, and then he can choose the middle name, because I actually chose the first name and I suggested it, and Howard Vassal is his last name. So yeah, this is Madeline Sarita Howard Vassal. Oh my goodness, are you okay? So she just threw up. I am going to end this video here. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do whatever you gotta do, and I gotta clean up my baby, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.